Okay, once again, good morning. Welcome to the Sports Talk with kerry, wehmeyer show for Saturday, June 12th. We're going to be going over today's news headlines. Also, if you want to come on, be a guest on the show and talk anything in the world of sports, you can do that through the StreamYard link. They are posted. I posted one on the YouTube. Twitter has the link. So if you want to come in, you can do that as well. Also, Facebook will have one. So I'm going to go ahead and send that out to the Facebook audience. We will have it up in just a second. You will have that link and you'll be able to come in and discuss anything in the world of sports. If you want to do that, that'd be fine. So we're setting that up now. So I'm putting it in. So everything's up on the screen. So Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter has their links. So let's go ahead and go with anything in the world of sports. Thanks for joining us. So let's go ahead and do that. We'll begin our sports talk. Let's go over to ESPN, see what's happening on the ESPN. Always having a lot of content. Okay, tonight, the Western Conference semifinals tonight. Game 3, Utah and LA. That'll be at 7:30. That game will be on ABC. So looks like that will be tonight. Also, LSU and Tennessee will play tonight. 6 p.m. We will have game coverage for you here on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. So it will begin at 6 o'clock. So if you want to come in and listen to the ball game and talk about the game, you can do that. So that would be fine. Okay, let's go through some headlines here on ESPN. Unseeded Barbara Krover wins the French Open women's title. She wins by sets 6-1, 2-6, and 6-4. So she is 25 years old. She's from the Czech Republic. So congratulations to that's a tricky name, Barbara Koba. So if I'm saying it right, I know it is a little funny name, but at least we 6'4", 2'6", and 6'1". So we'll move along. Okay, Georgia coach Kirby Smart chiming in on the 12-team playoff. It would be greatest change. Yes, I think it absolutely will be a great change because, look, you could get some teams that's well-deserving to get into the college football playoff. I think it's needed. I mean, because, look, this 4-team playoff in the past was absolutely not working. I mean, a lot of people complained and moaned and bitched about it. But I think, to be honest with you, it would serve a lot of people better to have a 12-team playoff. So we'll hear from what Kirby Smart has to say. So we'll go ahead and put that in a second. Let me give it.
To the news of a possible expansion to a 12-team college football playoff.
You know, when we left the BCS and we ended up going to 2 to 4, I was a bit concerned. And now that we've lived it and we've kind of felt it for a number of years, I think this is inevitable, and I think it's for the best. I've kind of come full circle, to be honest with you. I really looked at this as something that Ohio State, Clemson, Alabama, it seems like every year we could sit here in 2021, 2022, 2023. Those 3 teams are in. Who's going to be the one team to join those 3 teams? I don't know how healthy that is for college football. You know, I just think that that's something that the decision makers have said. This is going to allow more teams an opportunity to compete. If you talk to the players, they love it. The players are fired up because they want an opportunity to play in quote-unquote meaningful games. And by going to 12, you're going to open this thing up to now you're going to be into November and even early December. And if you're in the top 20, you're theoretically still playing the game to try to have a chance to, who knows, teams get beat in front of you, and you can still maybe make a run. So I think that this was inevitable. Don't think that this is going to happen, obviously, in 2021. More than likely not in 2022. I think the fastest they can get this thing turned around, you still have to get the Bulls to sign off on this. You got to get ESPN to sign off on this. My guess would be the 2023 season would be the fastest they can get this thing turned.
To be honest with you, I say closer to that. I would say around 2022. I would try to get those bowl games solidified. I mean, look, because look, you're going to have a lot of pushback when it comes down to it. You're going to have the schools, the bowl team. Like I say, here's my solution. Why don't you just let the teams, the 12 teams go into the playoffs, play in the playoffs, and let the bowl games for the 9 participants. That would be a great investment. So that would help a lot of people. ESPN has to sign off on it. I mean, they definitely have to sign off on it because they have the rights to those games. So I'll be honest with you. I think it will be a great thing for college football. I mean, look, FCS, I'm going to keep saying it time and time and time again. The FCS. They had 24 teams. They went down to 20, and then the COVID era, they went to 16. I mean, they didn't have no problem with it. I mean, college football, like I said, look, I mean, you gotta have some stability when it comes to these games. So once again, you could give us your opinion on the college football playoff. Should it be 12? Teams, or should it be more? You can post your comments through Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter, or if you want to come on video chat, the video chat links are up on the on all 3 of the networks. So if you want to talk about it, you can weigh in with your opinions. So we'll switch out. See what else we have to talk about. Okay, Ben Simmons goes on the attack at half to lead Philly to a game-free route. So it looks like Ben Simmons had his hands full on defense first half, winning the game 127-111 over the Atlanta Hawks. Trae Young also no simple assignment as well. So that was in yesterday's game. So I look at it this way. This is going to be a very complex series between Philadelphia and Atlanta. So see, Young, according to stats and information, he had 42 of 8 of those 85 plays. So that's kind of, he played most of the game. So Joe Embiid last night had, let's see, he had 30 points. Philly had 34 points at the period. So that's kind of what happened last night in the game. So he finished with 27-9. And so that was in the game last night. So I look at it this way. Philly's going to, so next one, let's give you okay. Mike Malone on the Denver Nuggets in the 3-0 hole.
He just takes his time, runs time off the clock.
So saying we are rewriting history before, so that's what their Mike Malone said in this article to Nick Friedel from ESPN. They lost last night 116-102. So it looks like I say this, Utah is facing a very good Phoenix team. with Coach Monty Williams and also Chris Paul. So I'm gonna be honest with you, that this series right here between Utah and Denver, Phoenix is going to be a dog fight. If you ask me, it's going to be an absolute dog fight. I mean, whoever wants it will win this series. So I look at it this way: I'm pretty sure they can come out of that 0-3 hole. It's been done before. Look at Cleveland. They was in an Golden State. There was an 0-3 hole. They came back and won the championship a couple of years ago. So it can be done. It can absolutely be done on those comebacks. So once again, this is from ESPN. Go to ESPN.com. Okay, Guinness world record holder for most clubs played. Sebastian Abreu retires. So looks like he is retiring at age 44. So he played with multiple clubs in soccer. So he had played for 31 clubs in his soccer history. He played for 11 different countries. He played for Uruguay, Argentina, Spain, Brazil, Mexico, Israel, Greece, Paraguay, Ecuador, Chile, El Salvador. He had 432 goals in 851 of his games in 26 years of playing. So he also has 26 goals for Casey following his retirement. So I think he had a pretty good resume. So once again, this is from ESPN, ESPN.com. Okay, Jacob DeGrom leaves. Start with elbow issues. Says it's a level of concern. Not too high, so that's what they're talking about. So Jacob DeGrom left the game yesterday. It was in the game against the Padres. So hopefully. He's saying that his level of concern with his elbow is not high at all. But I'll be honest with you, hopefully it's not. He doesn't plan to get an MRI. But the truth of the matter is, if it is inflaming and stuff like that, he needs to get it checked out. Absolutely needs to get it checked out. Because look, it could be some problems or tear or whatever. So look, I mean, I know the Mets fans are going to be worried and concerned and stuff like that. But if he says it's not a concern, then so be it. So it's from ESPN. Go to ESPN.com. See what else we got. Okay, Djokovic tops Rafael Nadal in the French Open finals. So his set score was 3-6, 6-3, 7-6, and 6-2. That was on Friday night. So he did win the semifinal. Rafael Novak Djokovic. So this is his wins, most wins in French Open history. He had Pete Sampras has 6, Andre Agassi had 6, and Matt Wilder had 5. So that once again, this is from ESPN. Go to ESPN.com. Okay, let's see what else we have. Okay, D-backs GM Mike Hazen takes leave of absence as White deals with cancer. So I think it's best for him to take some time off because his wife is dealing with a serious situation with cancer and stuff like that. I mean, when somebody like that has to take medical leave or something like that, I think they should. I mean, they need to put their family first, other than team or their job or whatever. So once again, this is from ESPN. So this news article came out of Phoenix. So D-backs president Darren Hall said he supports Hazen's decision. So hopefully there will be no timetable for his return. So I think the Arizona D-backs will be okay with somebody going to be in charge of why he goes to attend to his wife with the brain cancer. So so once again, this is from ESPN. You can go to ESPN.com. Okay, let's see what else we have. Looks like that's the same article we read. Okay, UFC 263 fight that's going to be going on tonight. This is the one of your main events that's going to be happening tonight. So if you're a UFC fan, you can watch the main events tonight. So that's going to be for UFC 263. Also in Europe Championship soccer, it is Denmark and Finland scoreless, 22nd minute in the first half. Also in the Euro group stage, Wales wins dead even at 1. Belgium and Russia will play at 2 p.m. That'll be at on ABC. So let's see. Okay, also in the Super Regional, we'll give you an update on those Super Regional games. I'm going to show you the scores right now. Okay, Dallas Baptist on top 2-0. That game is in the bottom of the first. Notre Dame and Mississippi State will play at 1 p.m. North Carolina State and Arkansas will play at 2 p.m. And also Stanford and Texas Tech will play at 2 p.m. So that game, we are watching that game right now. South Carolina is Virginia, excuse me. Virginia's on top, down 2-0. So Dallas Baptist in the game against Dallas Baptist. Okay, Major League Baseball today, afternoon games. Nationals will take on Giants. Phillies and Yankees. Royals and Athletics and Red Sox and Blue Jays. Okay, let's give you some standings happening in Major League Baseball. So we'll give you the standings as we go. Right now, standings in the American League has Tampa Bay at 40-24. They're one game, so they're ahead in first place in the American League East. Also, Boston, one game behind. New York Yankees, 6 games behind. Toronto, 7 games behind. And also Baltimore, 17 games behind. That's in the first half of the season. Also, White Sox 39-24. Indians 4 games behind. Cleveland 8 games behind Detroit, 13 games, and Minnesota, 14 games. Now, in the AL West, Oakland has the lead. Astros 1 game behind of the A's. Angels 6 games behind. Mariners 7 games, and also Texas Rangers 13 games behind. So I'm gonna put my fan on. Now in the National League, we'll go over the National League East. Mets in the lead. Phillies 4 games behind. Atlanta 5. Miami 7 games behind. And the Nationals 8 games behind. Now in the Central, Milwaukee and Cubs are tied up for the lead in first place. St. Louis 4 games behind. Cincinnati 5. Pittsburgh 12. Now in the National League West, San Francisco has the lead. Dodgers only have a 1 game behind them. San Diego's 3 games behind. Colorado 15, and Arizona 20. Now let's go over to the wild card side. Wild card division. Right now it's going to be the Boston Red Sox. They're only 2 games behind. And they also, the LA Dodgers, looks like 2 games behind. Milwaukee in the leads. So it looks like for the national MLB standings. Okay, we're going to go with some local news now. I'm going to switch it over to Crescent City Sports. Okay. Sugar Bowl CEO is pleased with the new college football expansion plan. With the so I think it's good. Jeff Hurley talked about that with Crescent City Sports. So he is pleased with the plan. They have a 12-team playoff. So that is absolutely glad they're on board with the plan. So let's hear from what they had to say about it.
No, we've been in constant communication with the CFP as well as our conference partners for several months now, and kind of had an inkling of what might be coming down the pipe, and we're pleased with the plan that they put in place. We're supportive of anything that benefits college football in general, and certainly postseason college football. 12 teams answers a lot of questions. It puts to rest the notion of expansion for a number of years. I think if they had just gone a smaller increment, 6 or 8 had been discussed at different points along the way, people would have been begging for a larger field quickly. So we think they've landed at a good point at this point in time. Certainly nothing's done. Commissioners still have to sign off as a group on the proposal, but we think it's a good start and something that we're excited about potentially being a part of as we go forward. We certainly don't want to be presumptuous, but we think we're going to be in the conversation when it comes to who the 6 games are that are ultimately selected. You would think that the incumbents would have first crack at that, and certainly we're expecting as much, but we still have to come to an agreement, which I'm sure we will. We're excited about being on New Year's. It's kind of taking back ownership of a time slot that has traditionally and historically belonged to college football. It puts a big emphasis there, and it means that our game would matter every year. The teams that come to town would be playing for high stakes, and we would have motivated fan bases, and I think it'll be a lot more attractive to the local community as well, because of the fact that the game means something and they're playing to move on to an ultimate national championship. Well, I think we're close enough to it that it was easy to predict that there was going to be some fallout. The extent of the fallout, however, has perhaps been surprising with the opt-outs in particular. We pride ourselves on putting on a great event, regardless of who the teams are, what the matchup is, whether it's a playoff game or not, and certainly think that young people who choose to miss out on that are actually missing a great experience and something that they're not going to be able to replicate at any other time in their life. So maybe slight surprise at how it's transformed, but overall we knew it was going to affect the bowls in a negative way, and unfortunately, that people will be predicting more of the same. What people need to realize is that the bowls still have a place. The schools, only so many schools from each conference have an opportunity to participate in the playoff. All the others need postseason chances, and that's what the bowls are there for. There'll be more of a celebration as opposed to having any true significant meaning, but it's a reward and a celebration and an opportunity to go to a new city and for that city to show its culture and color to players and student athletes and coaches and their families. And it's not just the players and the coaches either. It's the bands, it's the cheerleaders, their families. They all come, and it's a great experience. So we expect bowls to be around for a long time. It'll just be one more step. There are a lot of things already happening that show that we're on a good track forward back to some semblance of normalcy, and we think that'll be another big step, and it'll be helpful for the community in that it will be broadcast as well to a nationwide audience. And if we have a full stadium with the excitement and pageantry and color that comes with the All-State Sugar Bowl every year, people are going to see that New Orleans is open for business, and hopefully that will play a small part in generating the tourism that's so important for this city and this region.
Yes, absolutely. I mean, this will benefit the city of New Orleans big time with the game coming with the one if they're in consideration to having that 6 or 7 game in the college football playoffs. So it would help the city big time with the revenue and stuff like that. I mean, look, since this COVID-19, they kind of fall off the end of the map. But with this revitalization and stuff like that, it will definitely help. So once again, this is from Crescent City Sports. Go to crescentcitysports.com. That's crescentcitysports.com. Okay, let's go here. Okay, LSU men's win the outdoor track and field championship. So that's congratulations to them. So the results came in. Dennis Shaver's group won, scoring 84 points to securing the national championship on Friday even. So LSU won 5 individual event titles and the 4x100 relays. So that was in the track. This is LSU 6th title on the outdoor circuit. So congratulations to them. Also, LSU led the event wire to wire after scoring 24 points. So once again, congratulations to Dennis Shaver and the LSU men's track and field. Also, the total points, LSU scored 84 points. So that's a good sign right there for the LSU men's track and field team. So let's hear from Coach Shaver on winning the championship. So I'm going to play the clip.
Hello, Coach Shaver. I'm here just asking questions on behalf of the media today. If any reporters have any questions, please put them in the public chat. So, Coach, what do you think was the most important event for you guys today?
Oh, that's really a difficult one to answer. But I think whenever you start out with the 4x100 meter relay and you're able to accomplish the championship in that event, I think it just really gets the ball rolling for you. But, that just got the ball rolling. And I think the rest of the guys in all their individual events just kind of picked it up from there. So it was a great thing to see. But I think the relay, it's always exciting to be able to win that relay. There's a lot of really good teams out there that we compete against during the year, and to come here and win it's special.
What individual performances stood out to you the most today?
Well, I think that, of course, Terrence Laird winning the 100 meters, I think was a little unexpected. Quite honestly, I felt like, he could get in the middle of that and do something, but he won the 100. And I think probably the biggest surprise for us really was freshman Sean Burrell dominating the 400 hurdles like he did. I felt like that was a pretty exciting thing to see also. But, there was just so many special things happen for us. I don't even mention somebody like a Javon Harrison, who, has just been spectacular in these NCAA championship meets, both indoors and outdoors. 2 years ago, he got the double in Austin, or 3 years ago, however many years it was. And then to be able to come indoors and win high jump, long jump, and then come here and repeat that again, it's just unreal that somebody can do that, particularly with the performances that he turned in both of those events.
We have a question from Eric Bull from DISTAT. For all success you've had at LSU, what does it mean personally for you to win your first national championship for the Tigers?
Well, it's the first one we've won with the men. We've won a few with the women, but the first one we won with the men, and it does mean a lot because there's been so many times that we have been second in this meet. To be able to actually, cross and be able to win it is pretty exciting. I know the last time that we were really close, we were in Des Moines and went down to the 4x4, and we missed one spot and lost by 2 points. So to be able to come here and quite honestly just kind of dominate things today, I think made it especially unique for us to be able to do that. Particularly, the Oregon fans just love track and field, and I know they're Oregon fans too, but they really do appreciate great performances. And the crowd here, even though it was limited, it was just fantastic kind of an atmosphere, to be able to hear the crowd from out at the warm-up track, responding to some of these great performances. It was just really, really a great environment for track and field.
So from Ashley Coleman from Focus Media, she asks, Coach, we talked last week about this championship and the importance of taking one event at a time. How does it feel to now bring back home that championship?
Well, it feels awesome. I mean, I'm just so proud of all of the men on the team and the sacrifices that they made socially this whole year because of COVID. This has been a challenging year for all of our staff and for our student athletes. And just to be able to make it here and turn in these kind of performances as a team is really something that's unique and special. And I know it's something that these guys are going to remember their entire lifetime.
Jessica has a question and asks, how did your team come together to make this happen with COVID?
Well, 2 years ago or last year when we were in New Mexico, we were ranked #1 going into the indoor nationals and had the rug pulled out from under us by COVID, and basically this is the same team that we had then. The only addition, Sean Burrell and Sean Dixon Bodie to the team. Everybody else is returning athletes. So, having that pulled away when they were primed and ready to make a run at a national championship, and then having to sit out a whole year outdoors and not have that opportunity. I think when they came back to campus in the fall, they were all willing to do whatever they needed to do to make this happen today. And I'm extremely proud of the sacrifices that they've made throughout the year to make it happen.
Another question from Eric Bowles from DISTAT. Can you talk about the special performances that Padego had the javelin, and Burrell in the 400-meter hurdles.
Yeah, there's a couple pretty fantastic freshman performances, especially, like I said, it kind of got started off with Zuriel Padego in the javelin going into his sixth throw. I think it was in fourth or fifth place or sixth place, and he just let one rip, and for him to be able to win, that was really exciting. As a matter of fact, it was so exciting that our group of people had to delay the start of one of the relays because of the noise they were making in this nice Oregon stadium. So for Zuriel, that was pretty awesome. And then, of course, Sean Burrell is just special. He's from right there in the Baton Rouge area. He's got a tremendous family, and they're very supportive of our program, very supportive of everybody on our team. So it was great to see Sean. Sean basically in high school is a 400-meter runner and a 110 hurdler. So, this is the first year he's ever run the 400 hurdles. And for him to be able to come in this kind of environment and be able to run a personal best, and I think it's probably a world junior record from what I understand, that's pretty cool. I mean, what else can I say? There's a lot of things that you can't coach that these athletes have. And the bond and the leadership from the group is what made this possible. They really did bond together well. They fed off one another, and Zuriel got it started, and that just pumped them all up, and away we went. We were on a roll the remaining couple of opportunities we had, a couple days.
Another question from Eric Bull from Dystat. How special is Javon Harrison?
Well, for a guy that's from Huntsville, Alabama, that really wasn't all that highly recruited, to be real honest with you. For him to come to LSU, he's just been special. He's so coachable. He's so confident in his abilities. He's one of those guys that I think whatever sport he chose to participate in, he would be a dominant kind of an athlete. If he played basketball or if he was a wide receiver on a football team, I think he would be a dominant kind of person there too. So, for us to have gotten him and see him grow over the last 3 years, he's a junior this year, for him to see him grow and as a sophomore actually, double up in Austin and then be able to come this year and do it again. He's done it 6 times now. It's just spectacular. I don't know what else I can say about him. He's just a great model student athlete, and we're just so proud to have him on our team and a member of our institution.
Where do you rank Javon among the all-time great collegiate jumpers?
Well, what I can say is that he's the only jumper that has been able to manage long jump and high jump. There's been a lot of really good long jump, triple jumpers, but that long jump, high jump combination is something that nobody else has been able to do. And so I think in that way, it's not only special, but it's just quite unique to him, being able to manage both of those events. So, and I have to do a shout out to basically our strength coach, Boo Scheck-Snyder, and then also Todd Lane, the tremendous job he does with all of our jumpers at LSU and that he's done for years for us. And so our entire staff, I think, really contributes to these kids doing what it is that they do.
Are there any questions in the public chat? Any last message for the supporters, Coach?
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, it takes a lot of people to make this happen. All the kids' parents, the support that they give their athletes, and I think that at LSU, the kind of commitment that they made to us and our program at LSU and the fans that we have, at LSU, they're just phenomenal. I mean, they love all the sports at LSU. They're very supportive. Our baseball team right now is in a super regional, getting ready to play in Knoxville. I know we got a lot of fans there. We had a lot of fans here in Eugene. just this week for the regional baseball tournament and so forth. So, LSU, the support that our fans give us, pay very close attention to what goes on in our sport. And we really much appreciate all of those people and the support that they give us at LSU, and particularly our administration, the kind of support we get from them and helping us, and all the way from our academic counselors all the way through to the trainers and all of the people it takes to make this possible.
And I think we're good, Coach. Congratulations
Thank you
on the win. Goes
Dennis Shaver, I'll be honest with you, he brings in a lot of recruits to run and stuff like that. So I think this program is LSU track team. I'm gonna tell you, they're absolutely on the map. I mean, they won the women's title a couple years ago. Now this will be the first time that LSU men's win the national title. So congratulations to the LSU men's track team for winning the track title last night. That was in Eugene, Oregon. So we'll get back to once again. We'll get back to what's happening on Crest City Sports. Switch this out. Let's see what else we have. Okay, Hilliard, Marceau, Labors will be in the starting rotation when LSU takes to the field tonight. So tonight's pitchers will be McKellar Hilliard tonight, so he will start with Landon Marceau. Set the pitcher on Sunday, and then the third game, if necessary, will be AJ Labors. Hilliard with a 4.56 ERA. He has thrown 79 pitches in 2 appearances, so it looks like he also has 1 inning pitch in the 9-8 victory on Monday night. Now Marceau pitched 147 pitches in 2 appearances as well. He has a 2.3 inning of work. So Labors as well, throwing 123 pitches. So that I think that would be a great, absolute, great rotation for LSU, to say the least. Because look, they're going to need their pitchers in the game. So Hilliard will get the start tonight. Marceau will get the start on Sunday, and then Labors, if they have a game 3, will pitch. So the regional will begin tonight at 6 p.m. That game will be on ESPN, ESPN2 or ESPNU. So we will have the game coverage on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter, but it will be audio only. We will not have any video, live video on all 3 networks due to copyright. So we will have audio only from ESPN2. So if you want to come in tonight and listen to the game, and you can chat with us if you want. It'd be up to you. If you want to do it, it'd be fine. So okay, let's once again, this is from June 11th. Drew Brees' retirement is now official. So it's once again, he is not going to play anymore. So like I said, best of luck to Drew Brees and his endeavors, what he done for the city and stuff like that, and bringing the Saints their first Super Bowl in 40-something years. So I'd say well deserved for Drew Brees. So his retirement will become official. So it's now official. Okay, the TPC Louisiana will host the four-ball championship starting Saturday. So that will be at TPC Louisiana. So it's going to be the four-ball championship. So it's going to be 96 teams across the state participating in that in the golf tournament. So click the view of the first parents. That'll be first tee will be 150. Okay, video NCAA women's Final Four Nancy Lieberman charitable charity gift dream court to the New Orleans community. So that's the opening of the new dream court. That is for the basketball, Nord basketball. So the refurbished court is in Algiers. So they had a ceremony for that for the dream court. It was dignitaries from different teams from Tulane and UNO at the new basketball court that's in Algiers. So once again, this is from Quest City Sports. Go to questcitysports.com. Also, Jerry Nugent retires as the head softball coach at Hineville. So it looks like they're going to be looking for a new coach over in St. Charles Parish. So that is okay. Interviews with Sean Payton, Chris Robinson, Malcolm Jenkins at the close of mini camp. So look, that was the transcripts from the mini camp that happened over at Airline Highway, talking about the Saints season. So once again, this is from Quest City Sports. Go to questcitysports.com. Okay, looks like we got everything covered on Crescent City Sports. So I'm going to switch it. And we're going to go over to, let's see, I'm going to go to the, we're going to go over to the Twitters. So I'm going to go ahead and go over to the Twitters. And we'll go through some Twitters for today. Oh, shoot. Wrong. I hit the wrong button. Okay, from Mike Scarborough, Emory Jones, well handled first set, first of his sets, one-on-one. So that's from Mike Scarborough. Follow him as Scarborough Mike. He's with TigerBait.com. Okay, Shay Dixon talking about Emory Jones. So this is one of the videos that he participated in, one of the drills with the LSU future LSU players. So let's see. We just talked about that. Okay, Ohio State commit C.J. Hicks at Future 50. So doing some drills over at the Future 50. Okay, Giants activate Mike Yastrzemski. I'm saying it right. So looks like he's going to be playing in the San Francisco Giants lineup. This is from MLB Trade Rumors. Go to MLB Trade Rumors. Okay. Let's see. Okay. AFC notes: Bengals, Ravens, and Steelers. Let's go over to those notes. I'll pull that up in a separate screen. So I'm gonna get that pulled up. Okay, Bengals. T. Higgins impressing impressed with rookie Jamar Chase, so that's coming out of Bengals camp. Also, Nick Andrews entering his final year of his rookie contract. So that's in one of the notes. Also, J.J. Schuster, I didn't expect to return to Pittsburgh, so it looks like Schuster will be playing for the Steelers. So that's one of the notes right there from the Steelers camp. So once again, this is from NFL Trade Rumors. Go to NFL Trade Rumors. Okay, Yankees DFA'd Mike Ford and reinstated Zach Barton on an option. So it looks like that's this is from MLB Trade Rumors. Go to MLB Trade Rumors. See what else we have. Okay, Spencer Dinwiddie reported aiming to return to the finals. So it looks like he's going to be going. Will be coming back for the finals. Spencer Dinwiddie for the Brooklyn Nets. So once again, this is from D-Score. To go to dscore.com. Okay, around the NFL, Will Fuller, I'm happy with the Dolphins. Took a chance on me, so that's what they're talking about. This is from around the NFL. Go to around the NFL. So we'll pull this up. We'll give you that information on that. Okay, Will Fuller on teaming with Jalen Waddle. It's going to be fun. So that's what they're talking about. This is in one of these articles. So he did. So that's going to be like I said. That's absolutely a good sign when it comes down to it. So once again, this is from around the NFL. Go to around the NFL on Twitter. See what else we have. Okay, let's put this up on the screen. Okay, UEFA announced today that Denmark and Finland's game will be suspended, so that they will not have the game between Denmark and Finland. So that's unfortunate, but it is their announcement. This is from NBC Sports Soccer. Go to NBC Sports Soccer. Let's see what else we have, and we'll wrap it up for today. So we ain't got much. I'm trying to scroll, see what else we have. Scroll through all this crap. Okay, let's play. Look at this. Okay, 49ers signed Seno Meter to a 1-year deal. So it looks like the 49ers got him signed, sealed, and delivered. So that's from the San Francisco 49ers. Follow them at San Francisco 49ers. And we'll wrap it up. Okay, once again, thanks for joining us for this edition of Sports Talk with Kerry Wehmeyer Show. We'll be back on later on this evening. LSU taking on Tennessee. That game will be around 6 o'clock, so we will have game coverage for you. That will be game audio only. We cannot show any videos once again due to copyright concerns, so we are not allowed to do it. So if you want to come in, listen to the game, and chat about the game, you can do that. That'd be fine. We'll appreciate it. So we will have the game audio from ESPN2. That'll be later on this evening, LSU and Tennessee. So once again, everybody have a good rest of your Saturday afternoon. Nice day out there. Enjoy the beautiful weather. And we'll be back later on this evening for LSU and Tennessee.